Hi, everybody. It's Mrs. King. It's Monday for me. You're probably watching this on Tuesday, February the 16th. I'm recording this right now, watching the snow come down outside and thinking that there's a good chance we either will have a delay or a closing tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and record this video just in the event that that is true. So this is your spelling video for this week. We are in week 25 of school, and for spelling and benchmark, it is going to be week or unit 22. So again, week 25, unit 22 that we are in, and all of your assignments for my class will be linked on your Canvas page. So to begin with, I'm going to go over our RAS kids spelling for the week. I'm going to start in benchmark so you can kind of see our pattern that we're going to be focusing on. I'll move myself down a little bit. This week we have words that end in ER, AR, and OR. And when we have those endings, for one, they're what we call unaccented, which just means that we don't say them as strongly as the first syllable. The other thing to remember is those three endings, ER, AR, or OR, they all sound like They can make that ER, that sound. And we'll go over some examples of some words in a minute that sound like that. So many times, as I scroll down a little bit, the ER, AR, or OR signify that it is someone or something that does something, like a person or a person's job. So for example, our first example right here says a biographer writes about the life of another person. So the word biographer is a person. It's of someone who writes maybe a book or a novel about somebody else. An illustrator draws the pictures. There's that word illustrator. It ends with an OR. It says and an illustrator is a person that makes pictures for a book. So when we have these endings, they usually signify that it is someone or a person who has who has a job, or a person with a label. In our last example, it says, if you don't tell the truth, people may think you're a liar. Well, a liar could be a person who maybe makes a choice, not really a job, but a person that does something, either positive or negative. So we'll kind of review that in a minute when I show you the rest of your word list. So vowel patterns here. Sometimes there's all different kinds of vowel patterns. It's kind of hard to remember and memorize some of those. Just be aware that a lot of times we've got a vowel consonant before that ending, that ER, AR, or OR ending. Could be a vowel consonant. As you study those word patterns, that will, and hopefully practice and be able to write or type some of these words, keep that in mind. As I kind of come up, this rule here talks about how that some words with that AR pattern, and actually the second syllable is actually an LAR. So in the word collar, dollar, molar, polar, cellar, or solar. So we kind of do that syllable break, and that L becomes part of that ending. Now I'm going to close out of that, and I'm going to go to your RAS list for this week. Again, week 25, unit 22. I'm logged in as one of you, and I have assigned spelling and phonics lessons. You are to choose at least 5 for your weekly grade by the end of this week. So there are about 23 assignments assigned, that remember you're responsible for 5. If you're in my class, if you're watching this video and you have a different teacher, you need to make sure and you ask your teacher what they expect from you. So we will go through. I'm going to play the audio and think about those endings that we just talked about.
Calendar. Under. flower, Harper, weather, other, air, dollar, mirror, proper, silver, father, grammar, flavor, doctor.
There they all are. And you can go back as many times as you need to. Your list is always there. So we have people that may have a job, might be a doctor, father. Those are 2 words in your list that kind of follow that rule that we just talked about. Lots of different combinations. So as you are practicing, be sure to pay close attention to whether your word ends with that ER, OR, or AR ending. And again, you are to do at least 5 assignments before this Friday, which would be February the 19th.